Hey y'all, welcome back. My name is Saska and this is Saska Digital Budgeting. In today's video, we are stuffing paycheck number 2 of July. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, go ahead and stay tuned. Alright, so paycheck number 2 of July. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's a little bit different than it has been in the past few months. So we're just going to jump right on in to what the dealio is. So, this paycheck is the 2 weeks that I took PTO for moving and finals for the summer semester and all of that. So it's only based on my PTO alone, plus whatever was left over from my spending allowances from that pay period. So, as you can see, we are stuffing $1,330 today. Budget stuffing, you know, the deal. $1,282 of it was from my PTO paycheck. And then the other 48 is from what was left over from my spending allowances. Now, y'all know that is a lot less than what I have been stuffing. But keep in mind, up until now, up until this paycheck, I have been working a lot of overtime. I have been getting incentive money for picking up shifts. I've been getting the overtime, all of the things. So this is my bare bones paycheck. So this is what we're working with today. But also, a couple of the numbers have changed in the bills category and the spending allowances category. It is what it is. After all is said and done, excluding my spending allowances, because remember, I keep that in my checking account and I just swipe my debit card and I track it on my phone. So minus my spending allowances and then a $50 that we're paying towards a credit card, we are stuffing a total of $990 of that $1,330. So we're gonna get on into counting the money, and if y'all had noticed, I'm trying a little different visual setup. We'll see how I like it. I might just revert back to, you know, the old way. So what we should have here is $990. So let's see. We've got 102, 3, 4, 455, 556, 657, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. So we do indeed have $990 that we're stuffing today. So we're going to get all of this money organized, maybe. How has y'all's week been? Mine has not been too shabby. You know, first awkward week back after being gone for 2 weeks. Just jumping right back into that, working that 50 to 60 hour work week after 2 weeks of not working. It's a bit of a struggle, but you know, I'm here for the extra money. So we like that. So we got our money, we got it set up. Let's see, we kind of liking how it looks. I don't know. I can't decide yet. Anyway, we're moving on to bills. Now, because I am in a new apartment and I'm kind of playing with how much money I need for all the bills, trying to figure all of that out, waiting for all of the different bills to come in, some of the amounts are going to be a little bit different. There's a lot of factors playing into this, so we're figuring it out as we go. So we're going to jump on in to the bills folder and we're going to get on going. So rent is getting $360, which is the same as it was last time around, because I know how much my rent is. So that's $300, $350, here's $360. Going in to rent here. Yeah. Now, here in a couple of days will be the first time that I'm paying a normal month's rent. Because, you know, last time when I moved in on the 10th or 11th or whatever, it was a prorated amount. So we're getting used to the new bill amounts and all that fun stuff. Utilities is still getting $35. I'm going to wait to mess with this one until I see what it looks like on this rent statement. Because I haven't actually gotten it yet, and it's the 29th. So I got 2 days to figure that out, I guess, 3 days. And then this will probably get adjusted a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and add that on in and see where things fall, you know? If I get to back down on it, great. If not, then you know we're working on it. Internet is getting $15. So this one's gonna be. This one I think is gonna. It dropped from 18 to 13. So I got, you know, my new internet set up, and you know, through talking with the guy that was helping me, he's like, "You're in school. I've got a discount for you." So my internet is gonna be like $26 a month, 27, something like that, instead of the $72 that me and my old roommate were paying at the last apartment. So I'm excited about that. Car insurance is getting the normal 90. That hasn't changed at all. That is half of it. $90 going in here. And then next up is power. Power is getting 50 again. I upped it from the last paycheck and then for this paycheck because I'm paying two different power statements this month because I have to pay the last month for my old apartment. Excuse me, I can't speak. Ooh, Lord. So I had to pay the last power bill for the old apartment plus the power bill for this apartment. So we're trying to figure out what is where, you know? So that was $50 that went into there. And then next is vet bills. Vet bills is getting $20. That is pretty typical. $20. I only have the one cat, but vet bills includes my monthly payment plan for my one cat and then also flea medicine that I get monthly. So that is that. Cat stuff is getting $10. So this one did go down. Mainly just because I only have the one cat, so I'm going to be buying like cat food and cat litter a lot less frequently. So we have, I think I'm going to need like $20 a month for cat food and cat litter. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. We're gonna do the math on that. But for now, cat stuff just got $10. Phone is still getting $20. That bill hasn't changed at all. $20 going right on in. And then last here is subscriptions. Subscriptions is getting its $20. That may or may not go up in the next pay cycle because my old roommate and I need to start getting used to saying my old roommate, like he had some subscriptions and I had some subscriptions, and we basically just like had it all on like our one like Roku or smart TV or whatever. And so it's kind of, I'm just kind of deciding what subscriptions I want to add into what I actually have, since it's just me and myself and I over here. So that is that for a total of $620 that went into bills. So for spending allowances, y'all can see, I'm just gonna bring it on over a little bit here and hopefully y'all can see that. So gas stayed at 60. Gas prices in my areas are kind of like going down a little bit here and there. It's less than it was. I think my last pay cycle I spent like just like literally cents over $50, whereas a couple of pay cycles ago I was spending like 58. So it's kind of slowly going down. So gas is the same, groceries and food same, coffee same, because you know I need my sanity and my coffee is my liquid sanity. And then for general spending I did up at $10 because in this apartment I don't have a washer and dryer hookup, so I can't use my washer and dryer, so I have to use the little like on-site laundry room that they have, and I haven't gone and done laundry yet. I did a load of laundry right before I moved out of the old apartment, so like I'm good for a little bit, but here in the next handful of days I'm gonna have to do laundry. So I'm gonna figure out how much money I actually need for laundry for my paycheck. So the general spending might get tweaked a little bit next time around. We'll see. Anyway, so that was $290. So it only went up $10 in this category. So we're gonna move on over to sinking funds. So confession time. So in all of the moving, you know, I didn't really factor in a couple of expenses that I was gonna have in the moving process, and then like once I got into the space and I started organizing, I really realized that I needed storage solutions, so I kind of had to buy a couple of things so that like my stuff wasn't just like heaps of piles in all of the corners. So I had to buy some storage solutions. So I did spend a little bit of money out of some of these sinking funds, and by a little bit I mean a lot of it. So this month will be in the negative as far as progress, but that's okay because, it's stuff that I actually need for an apartment that doesn't really have any closets, doesn't have any storage space. Like my pantry is tiny, my bedroom closet's tiny, linen closet's tiny. Not complaining by any means, because, I'm happy to find an apartment that I can easily afford, sort of, not factoring in this guy over here. So I just got, a handful of things that kind of made living here more comfortable for me, because, clutter just ramps up my anxiety and my stress level, so I need some organization and whatnot. So I made the decision to spend a little bit of money to keep my sanity, basically. So a couple of these are going to be in the negative when I do my end of month update next week, and that, is okay. If I can think of what I spent where, I'll let you know, because, moving costs money, so it is what it is. Basically, I didn't put aside enough money for the moving itself. I'm normally better than that, but I digress. Anyway, so we're gonna jump on into here. School, not getting anything, as per protocol. I am not gonna count it. I counted it last paycheck. It hasn't changed. Whatever. Here in the next week or two, I'm gonna have to see if I need to buy any books for my last semester of nursing school or anything like that. So it might dip, it might not. Who knows? So school, we're leaving alone. Main savings is getting $100. It is less than, my normal 10%, but because it's a smaller paycheck, I wanted to spread the wealth a little bit more, because I felt a little like I've been used to months upon months of being able to put money wherever I wanted it, and this paycheck is just reminding me how much I potentially could be making if I didn't have overtime. So I'm thankful for the opportunity for overtime, don't get me wrong. Alright, we added $100 in here. This is one of the sinking funds that I did take a little bit of money out, just because it was just kind of like, we're going to spread the money that's coming out from across from a couple of different sinking funds, so that it wasn't, or it was just, I didn't have enough in my random, which is where I planned on taking most of it out of. Didn't have enough in random, so I kind of just spread the extra across a few categories. Anyway, added the $100. Let's stop talking so much. So we have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 100, 2, 3, 4, 500, 550, 570, 575, 577. So $3,577. And you can't even see that. Let me scooch her over. See, this is the problem that I have with this setup, is that you can't see all the things, and I like you being able to see all the things. So, $3,577 in main savings. Alright. Up next, month ahead, which is getting $50. Alright, this is another little sidebar story time. So, now that I have settled into this apartment and I kind of have an idea of what some of my bills are going to be like, my month ahead binder, my phantom roommate binder, has changed. Sorry, my cat is playing with a crinkle ball outside my door, so if you hear her, I apologize. Okay. She brought it in here, so you're going to hear some crinkling probably. Anyway, so my month ahead binder, I redid some math. I crunched the numbers, whatever you want to call it, and I, based on bills that I was actually getting, and I have kind of revamped the month ahead binder, and I basically have everything covered except for the last 3 months of rent. Yay! I basically, with the cats, or the cat, vet bills and the cat stuff categories, those are now gone because I can pay those out of my normal paycheck, no problem. They're small enough, it's not a big deal. I can pay them into my bills binder for that out of every paycheck. I'd be able to cover everything comfortably. Same goes for the internet, because the internet's only going to be like $25 to $30 every single month. I don't need to save the other half of that, because I was basing it off of the last apartment's internet bill, and because it's a third the price of what my last internet bill is, I can cover that also out of my normal paycheck. So my month ahead binder is basically just 3 categories now. It is now just rent, obviously the big one, utilities, and power. So utilities and power are fully funded for the full 10 months. Woohoo! Yay! Happy day. Rent, I still have, it's like 2.5-ish months of the rent bill, I guess, basically the last 2 months. I'm basically at 7.5 months in the rent folder. So I have 2.5 months to fund before I'm at the 10 months, which is fantastic. I am okay with that. That's an extra like $1,600 that I need to come up with. No big deal. In any case, month ahead is only getting $50, mainly because of the smaller paycheck. Anyway, I'm going to probably do like a whole catch you up video on the month ahead binder here in the next couple of weeks. So you'll hear all about that. And, you know, I'll break it all down for you. Anyway, month ahead, we added the $50. I'm like, it's tangent time over here in Seska's world. Sorry. I've been up since, well, I've been up for like 16 hours at this point in time. I worked last night and I'm filming the video. So I'm rambling because I'm tired, I think. Anyway, month ahead got the $50. So we have 100, 200, 250, 300, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So $325 here in month ahead. Alrighty. Vacation is up next. Vacation is getting the same $50 that it gets every single paycheck because I want this one at $2,000 so that when I graduate nursing school, I have the ability to take a vacation guilt-free. Alright, so vacation, $50. We're coming on in here. Ooh, ooh. So we've got 1,000, 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 650, $750. $1,750. I have $250 to go to reach the target for the year, which was $2,000. Whether or not I continue adding money to it is a completely different story. I don't know yet. So vacation, we got auto is getting $25. Why do I have an extra 50 on the table? Oh, that's why. Never mind. I'm sorry. I digress. 16 hours again. Okay, so $25 going into auto. I'm losing my mind. Yeah. All right. Auto, adding $25 to it. Sorry that this video is so chaotic, but that's where my head's at. I honestly think it's entertaining, personally. Hope y'all don't disagree. Anyway, in auto, we've got 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 215, 220. In auto, that is far more than I thought I had, which is great because I'm going to have to get an oil change here in the next 3 or 4 weeks. So, that's good. We like that. Emergency fund is getting $15. Y'all probably think that's, I normally been putting like $50 into it. But again, trying to kind of spread the wealth and hit the ones that I actually really want money to go into. And emergency fund had like a random like $35, like some hundred, we'll find out how much money and or how many hundreds of dollars plus 35, and I wanted to round it out since I've been adding like solid 50s to it, so that's what that's about. So we're adding 15. So this now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 650, 700, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. So $750. So I basically wanted to reach that nice round $750. That's basically the point of just putting $15 in. And plus spread the wealth, because, you know, that's what I'm about. Alright, new car. New car is getting $30. I still kind of want to be putting something in new car because that is still a goal. You know, I'm talking like, you know, this one-off paycheck thing is like a permanent. It's not. I don't know. You know, this is just what you do. You have less money, you try and spread it out a little bit, and you prioritize what you want to prioritize. I don't know why I'm acting like it's the end of the world, because it's not. Alright, so in new car we have 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 800. Yep, $900. 700? 800. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800. I'm sorry. Again, chaos. Barely controlled chaos over here. But I like it that way. How about y'all? I mean, aside from the whole budgeting financial thing, I don't like chaos in that. But, you know, when I'm stuffing and doing videos, I kind of feel like it shows my personality a little bit more because I'm a little bit all over the place. Anyway, low priority. Lower priority. Alright, me and mine. Definitely took some money out of here. Me and mine. I don't remember exactly how much, but it was kind of just like things that like I didn't necessarily need for the move, but kind of made me happier having them. Those are the kinds of things that I took out of here. And it is getting $50. So I'm just kind of trying to replenish it because I do have to buy stuff for like when I become an RN. I have to buy new scrubs, and like then I'm thinking about like graduation, and there's more money that goes into that. So, you know, putting a little bit in there, make sure it stays where it's at. So we have 100, 2, 3, 400, 450, 470, 480, 485 in me and mine. Great. And then in random here, we're putting $40. I did deplete this one. I did say that this was going to be the one that I took the majority of like my moving expenses out of. And I did. I depleted it. But that's okay, because that's what it's there for. So we're all right with that. So random, getting $40. So we're just going to work on building it back up. That's what it's there for, right? So random, $40. Alright, gifts. Gifts isn't getting anything, but just for my sheer curiosity, I want to know how much is in there. So we have 150, 170, 175, 177 in gifts. I've got a friend at work that's getting married in October. I've got one of the girls in my class that is pregnant that's going to be due in like January, very end of December, beginning of January. So I, you know, might be getting her a little something, you know, around there, you know. So I'm still going to, after this paycheck excluded, still going to be putting money in here. New tech, also not getting anything. And we have $50, $70, $80 in new tech. I did take money out of this. I was strongly advised by a neighbor to get a door cam, because on like literally the second day that I lived here, like I just saw him in the hallway and he's just like, hey, you might want to consider getting a door cam. There are people that will steal packages off of your front step, so get a door cam so they won't. And I said, okay. So I spent some money from my new tech envelope, thank God I had it, for a door cam. That's where I'm at. Medical's also not getting anything. This is like a low priority for me. So obviously it was a natural one to not get any money. So we have 100, 150, 170, 190, $201 in medical. We will go back to our regular scheduled programming next paycheck, I promise. And then up last is social. Social is getting the last $10 on the table. So we've got $50, $65 on social. I did go out to lunch with one of my very good friends. He helped me move, and I took him out to lunch. So we spent, you know, we just got, you know, moving food, like the quintessential pizza and beer. Like I always have to have pizza and beer on the day that I move. Like it's a tradition that I have, and you know, the pizza was great, by the way, in case y'all were wondering. So social, and then this weekend is also one of my lovely friends' birthdays, so I'm going out. So this is probably going to be gone because that's what it's for. We're going out and we're going to have a good night, so I probably won't spend all of it, but I might spend some of it. In any case, on to savings challenges, which aren't getting stuffed, but we're going to keep in mind, and I keep telling myself so I don't feel guilty for not stuffing it, that I am well ahead on the 2K savings challenge. I've got 3 months plus the extras to stuff. not a problem. I'm not worried about it. And as for the 5K, I'll be able to knock out the 2K savings challenge probably by the end of September, I'm hoping. And then I'll be able to like work on cranking this one out. So like we're good. We're good. We didn't stuff it this week. I took a pause on it. I prioritized my funds where I felt like I needed it. And you know, that's okay. That's good. So we're good on that. Next paycheck, it'll be different. We'll be back to our normal scheduled programming. I don't know what the accent is about. I apologize. All right. So, and then the last $50 that is in the budget is just going to go towards a credit card. I did put some of the things that I bought on like, you know, Amazon or, you know, the moving truck or whatever on credit cards. So I am going to be using sinking funds to pay those off, or have used sinking funds to pay them off. And then I left a little bit on there just to like, you know, we'll throw $50 at it every paycheck and it'll be gone eventually. It's not that much, so I'm not stressed about it. So the last $50 that was basically left over from my spending allowance is going to the credit card. So, and then as y'all already know, because I just told you, we're not stuffing anything into savings challenges, and that's a-okay. So budgeting is what I am learning, is just to roll with it and be adaptable, and you know, and that's okay. Like one paycheck's gonna be different than the other. I don't have a set paycheck. Sometimes I work, you know, well, this paycheck I got, you know, a 40-hour paycheck, and you know, other paychecks I got a 120-hour paycheck. Or did I say 40? 80-hour paycheck versus a 120. So, you know, we're rolling with the times. Anyway, that is what I've got for you. It is a definitely smaller paycheck than my normal as of late paycheck, but it is my base paycheck. So I know that with my base paycheck, I can still pay all of my bills, and I can give myself money to spend with the gas and the groceries and the coffee and, you know, the things. And then I can still put some money aside into savings. And that's honestly, if you're putting a little bit aside into savings, that little bit will become a lot of it eventually. You just got to keep at it and not get discouraged. Because honestly, when I was budgeting this out, I was getting a little discouraged because I am so used to putting, you know, a few $100s into like month ahead alone. And you got to remind yourself, you got to bring it back. That so long as you can still pay your bills and you budget that out, and then you give yourself your money that you need for the 2 weeks to be able to actually live and not be depriving yourself of things like food and gas and all of the things, and you can get to work and you can get to the grocery store and all that fun stuff, whatever it is, whether it's you taking public transport or you have your own personal vehicle, and then a little bit of money into, you know, your savings accounts, my sinking funds, then we're good. It doesn't have to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars every single paycheck. It's okay if you, for me personally, taking a 2-week mental health break from work, because having multiple exams in a 2-week period, moving in that same 2-week period, and then working in that same 2-week period was just not in the cards for me. I knew it wasn't. Not for my mental health, not for my sanity. It would have been a bad day for somebody at some point. So I took the one thing that I could actually control out of the equation, and I took PTO. That's what it's there for. Prepare the others. PTO. I ain't gonna be there. So that is what it is, and I just gotta keep reminding myself of that, because otherwise I'm gonna go crazy. Anyway, next paycheck, it'll be better and it'll be great. So I want you to do something nice for yourself this weekend. It is the last weekend of July. Hopefully it is bright and sunny, but not too hot where you're at, and you can enjoy the weather. You can enjoy going outside, go to the park, go to the beach, wherever you're at, you know, a lake nearby, and have a little picnic, or curl up on a patio or something like that with a book and, you know, your preferred beverage of choice, and have a nice relaxing afternoon, morning, evening, whatever it is. Maybe a bubble bath. I don't know what you do, but you know, for me it's like books and anywhere. Books plus X. I don't care where I'm at. If I got a book, I'm happy. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful one. I will see you next week for my end of month update, where we are going to see how much money I spent this month, and then how much money I managed to still put in. So I will catch you on the flip side next week with that video. Without further ado, I'd like to say so long, my gorgeous people. Y'all have a marvelous one, and we'll see you then.